Hello and welcome. Welcome to my home and welcome to my sacred space that I prepared for us today. I'm Olivia and this is Tarot and Coffee with Olivia, here to do your daily pick a card. It's easy to do. If you've never done it, just follow along with the video and you can pick your pile. We have piles rather than cards. It's not a pick a card. We have 3 cards per pile. I do have timestamps in the description below so that you can skip to your pile. Now, I do know that some of you pick more than 1 pile. That's fine. And I do know that many of you pick all 4. That's fine too. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Just pick what resonates with you and leave the rest. That's what's right and wrong, okay? If something's not resonating with you, then these are general readings. It might be meant for someone else. That's okay. So just take what does resonate, leave the rest. Don't make life-changing decisions based on this or any other tarot pick a card. I almost said mind-altering. Do not make mind-altering decisions based on this or any other tarot pick a card. I hope you like the outdoor ambiance with the sound today. My cat is very much enjoying having the door open, and it's not a very big season for us to be able to do this in Texas. So I hope that you don't mind. If you do mind, go ahead and leave me a comment. If you like this video or you know you're going to like it, give me a thumbs up. I'm going to have a little sip of coffee, and then we'll introduce the crystals and rocks. Yum. Okay, so we have the mighty Fluorite. The beautiful purple Fluorite. Next on pile 2. That's our copper ore or chalcopyrite. Maybe chalcopyrite. This is our selenite, or just regular. I have heard some people call it selenite. I call it selenite. That's all there is to that. There's more to it, but I'm not talking about it right now. Let's move on to our other selenite, which is a rose selenite. I'm hoping you can see some of the sparkles that it has. It is actually very beautiful. In person, the camera changes a lot. Okay, so now that we've looked over the card toppers, I am going to do a couple of shuffles here on the table, just for shuffling, just for the shuffling of it. I'm shuffling my everyday witch tarot, which is, oh, so fun. I love it. Okay, let's put that aside and go ahead and get started here. Let's see what you have under our fluorite. I don't even know what that was. We're just going to have a lot of sounds on this video today. Oh, you have the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Your honeymoon card. Oh, I did want to mention we're using the Doreen Virtue angel cards. I know that Doreen Virtue has been canceled by a lot of you. I don't cancel. I'm not going to cancel her. Just like anybody who comes to this table, you can believe what you want. You don't have to believe anything to be here. I hope that this will bring you a little bit of insight or at least some enjoyment or entertainment for whoever you are, okay? I don't want you to... You're here, and I'm glad that you're here. That's what there is to that. So I'm not canceling Doreen Virtue, and I'm not canceling you. That's the way it is. So why did I say uh-oh when I saw these swords? Because I'm dropping them all over the place. Because swords are often about intellect, decisions. Actually, I'd rather put this one on top because it's more detailed. And we'll put your honeymoon here. And so what it looks like to me, well, let's read in the book. Let's read. Let's read what we have here. And we're going to first look up the King of Swords. Actually, we'll look up whichever comes first, the Knight of Swords. I am reading from my Everyday Witch Tarot book, and we have the Knight of Swords is coming. Best get out of his way. That's the Knight. Okay. Of course, unless he's here to sweep you off your feet. When the Knight of Swords appears in a reading, he often represents an impetuous younger man. There are times, however, when they are the knight on a white horse riding in to rescue the fair prince. These, let's go unisex with these. Let's not worry about male or female, because really any of the cards can be either. Now, sometimes just so you know, they do represent male energies here. Okay. Either way, you're probably going to have to rescue him or her, or let them rescue you. Unless, of course, you have an idea of your own, you want to chase, in that case, take charge. So, yeah, it's also often, like I said, about making decisions. So if you've decided a particular way to go, it's definitely, this Knight of Swords is definitely a moving forward card and taking it further. And let's look up the King of Swords, and let's see what he has to do with anything. And it says, if the King of Swords shows up in a reading, like all kings, they may represent a strong male, energetic person, but one who is not emotionally involved with you. A boss or a mentor who teaches but doesn't make a deeper connection. He's someone who supports you because you're in the right, or because they feel like it's their duty, but not out of love or sentiment. That doesn't mean you can't accept the help that they offer, just don't mistake it for something it isn't. So if this card represents you, it may suggest that you are reacting from logic or practicality without taking emotional issues into consideration. Or just possibly it's a reminder to keep your cool. Now, here we have all this with the honeymoon card. And the honeymoon card says, enjoy the bliss of holiday together. And to me, if I saw this reading all together like this, it would usually have other cards to clarify. However, I would say that it's possible that you and your significant other have been having some discussions, maybe some arguments, maybe even some fights. It's time to let all of that go, or move forward and focus with one idea. And that one idea and that move forward and focus would be on relationship. Now, if you are a single person, this is a relationship with yourself. Relationships with ourselves are extremely important. So stop fighting with yourself in your head, because that happens, and that happens often with the swords as well. Especially when I get the Two of Swords, I often think about someone kind of arguing with themselves in their head. So you have a lot of power with this king and this knight. So do take into account relaxing and taking a break, maybe even a honeymoon with yourself or your significant other. And that's what we have for you guys today. We're going to go ahead and move on. We'll move on to the Chalcopyrite or Chalcopyrite. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that. I guess I should look that up. And I'm going to have another sip of coffee real quick before we do that. Okay, let's see what we have for you guys today. The Ace of Wands. Here, let me show you up close. The Ace of Wands. The Three of Swords. And make the effort. Great love is worth taking steps that you're guided to take. All right, let's go ahead and put these on the easel here. You know what? I'm going to put our honeymoon card here with the Ace of Swords, and we'll look at that a little bit later. We'll put this card right here. The Three of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read from the Everyday Witch Tarot book before we put these together, but I will tell you, yes, what you're seeing is right. That does look very much like heartbreak, like tragedy. However, I will say with this card, oftentimes this is something that's happened in your past. It's something that is affecting your mood today, or it is affecting your relationships today, or it's affecting your point of view. But it is something that's in the past that's still weighing heavily on your heart. So this is not something coming, this is something that has already been. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we have here in the Everyday Witch Tarot book. And we are looking at, let's see what comes first. Okay. The Three of Swords, which is what we're talking about. So, things to consider. I think I already said what this says. Maybe the situation can be repaired with better communication. Probably not, though. So what can you learn? What can you learn about this past situation? And it is time to pick up the pieces and try to learn something from the situation so you never end up back here again. So we got that heartbreak. Let's move on. Let's see what we have with the Ace of Wands, because that is going to bring this reading up to a different level. And the mood, the emotion. So, the Ace of Wands. Sometimes the universe gives you a boost. Don't miss an opportunity when it comes along filled with potential. Things to consider when the Ace of Wands appears in a reading. It can often be an indication. Let's show the Ace of Wands a little bit closer. Okay. Oh, it can often be an indication of something wonderful, powerful, and life-changing. What's happening in your life right now? Are you taking advantage of all the opportunities in front of you? Or are you dwelling in the past, unable to see this? So this is why it's important that you learn your lesson and put it behind you, okay? So the Ace of Wands comes in and says, hey, there's something coming for you, life-changing. There are lots of opportunities in front of you. If the Ace of Wands shows up, it is both a promise and a warning. Be alert so you don't miss the moment when it gets here. The ace may also represent a symbol of your own inner power. After all, the universe lies within us as much as it lies without. Make sure you are channeling your strengths and energy in the most productive and positive way possible. And last but not least, we will add this make the effort card. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So in this instance, as putting all of these together, basically what I see is love is right in front of you. You may not be seeing it because you're caught up in your own baggage from before. As long as you're caught up in that older baggage, it's hard to make the effort because it's hard to even see that love is right in front of you. With the Ace of Wands, it's definitely saying, look, open your eyes. There is love for you in this world. And it's worth taking the steps you're guided to take in order to feel that love. And those steps in this particular reading, since it only has 3 cards, are to let go of the baggage of the past. And that's your reading today if you chose the magnificent Chalcopyrite. All right, for those of you who chose Selenite, let's see what you have. Let's see what you have. With the love card, give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. The Ten of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Beautiful. All right, let's see what we have regarding these cards. Let's put the Page of Cups here on the top. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's see if we can put one card on one side and one card on the other where you can still see the details of the Page of Cups, or at least some of them. Okay. All right, I'm going to have a little sip of coffee and we'll get started. This also looks like it's being pretty positive. All right, let's go ahead and look in our Everyday Witch book, and we're going to look up, what were we on last? I think we are here on the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is also known as the Page of Hearts. The page is often a messenger. I'm actually not reading from the book, but the page is often a messenger, and also, as you can see here, a very creative youth. So let's read what our Everyday Witch book has to say about this. Embrace creativity. Learn new skills. Open up to joy. Open up to joy. You're never too old to be young at heart. So the Page of Cups is all about youthful enthusiasm for something new. A new craft, a new adventure, a new love. Of course, you don't have to be young in years to have this kind of crazy, carried away feeling, mind you. And reading the pages often represent young people in our life, our children, our students, for instance, but they can also stand for a certain frame of mind if it's representing you. Are you someone who's constantly running from one new enthusiasm to another? You may be the Page of Cups. If so, you may want to ask yourself if this approach is working for you or not. Have you been stuck in a rut? Then maybe the Page of Cups is just what you need to give you a push in a new direction. Okay, let's see about the Ten of Pentacles. There is a little warning with the page, is that sometimes you can get yourself in a little trouble running around doing all the stuff you like to do. I don't know. I'm not sure I like that uh, interpretation, but we're going with it because I love this book and I love this deck, and we're not going to complicate things today. So let's look up the Ten of Pentacles here. We're actually looking it up in the same book, the Everyday Witch book, just because I really like these interpretations a lot. And usually, I know I was not so happy about the cups, but we'll get there. We'll get there because we're going to put it all together and see what we have. So with the Ten of Pentacles, happiness is more than money. Success is more than wealth. Abundance comes in many forms. Be sure you live each moment to the fullest, especially those moments shared with others. Money doesn't guarantee happiness, but a certain level of financial security can definitely make it easier to relax and enjoy what you have. The Ten of Pentacles is an indication that you have or will attain your desires. It looks like everything's finally coming up roses. Remember, roses have a life cycle too, so nothing living stays at its peak forever. Enjoy the good days while you're living them, and let the strengths that you derive from home and success help you be even better prepared for whatever life will throw you. So this card is about getting what you want. That's very exciting. So with the Page of Cups, that erases all the negativity that we had around the Page of Cups as getting in trouble and stuff, because this is about getting what you want. When you put these together, especially if you give your relationship a chance, this really turns into a love reading. See, we have the Ten of Pentacles, we have the couple here, we have security, we have creativity, and we have love. So give your relationship a chance. Is this a relationship with someone else? Or is this your relationship with self? Because your relationship with self is it's so much more important than your relationship with others. Because once you have a loving relationship yourself, you have so much more to give than if you're seeking everything from your partner. If you're seeking relationship and you don't have one with yourself, or you don't love yourself. If you're not loving yourself, you know what you need to do? You need to get to know yourself a little bit better. Because all those negative things that are going on that are making you hate yourself, that's not you. Okay? You are a person worth loving. And if you're not getting it from someone else, you need to find it for yourself. And it's very important. And once you do that, relationship with other people will become very easy. But then you also are seeking a higher quality people when you love yourself fully. So that's an exciting read. Let's go ahead and see what's under the other selenite. We're going to call it the desert selenite. Okay, let's see what we have here. The Hierophant, the Six of Cups, and romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and they are worth exploring. Well, this looks like another beautiful read. Let's see what we have here. Let's go ahead and put this more detailed one here up. Oh, did you get to see them up close? I forget to show them up close. I'm sorry. I'll try to remember to do that better in the future. In our future together, guys. Stay with me, okay? Keep coming back. Keep coming back. I appreciate it. All right, let us see what we have in our Everyday Witch Tarot. The Hierophant. I could start without looking in the book, but I think I want to go. I think I want to look at the book. Look at the book. Don't look at the book. Don't. Okay. All right, the Hierophant. The Hierophant. Let's look at this. You create your spiritual path every time you take a step. Listen to those who came before you, but make it your own. Make it your own, baby. Baby, you can do it. Take the time. Do it right. A witch sits in a cross-legged yoga pose on a cushion. This card is based on the word hierophany, which means the manifestation of the sacred. This reminds me of a yogi video I saw last night about God. Very interesting. I'm going to link it. It's about the feminine goddess, okay? I'm going to go ahead and link that in the description of this video. If you're interested in looking at a yogi video about the manifestation of God and gods, okay? So the Hierophant is one who teaches, one who leads the way, one who shows us how to manifest the spiritual in our own lives. Sometimes the Hierophant is our own inner wisdom. This is for you guys that maybe those of you who are agnostic or atheists or don't want to follow a spiritual path. Sometimes the Hierophant is our own inner wisdom guiding us to the next step along the path. Of course, you could believe that even if you do have a belief system such as Christianity or something else, okay? The Hierophant is our own inner wisdom guiding us along the next step of our path. This teacher may represent actual formal learning classes or even a degree, or it might be more mind-body connections like the yoga being practiced in the picture on the card. It's all about creating the bridge between the mundane, everyday life we all lead and the beliefs that shape our personal truths. Again, I'm hoping you're enjoying the outside noises. That's thanks to my cat who insists that we have the door open today. And we don't get those opportunities very much in Texas. So I will allow it. If you hate it, let me know. Give me a comment. Romantic feelings. We already have that. Did we read both? No, we haven't read the Six of Cauldrons. let's go ahead and move along. And then we'll put this all together, okay? So we have the Hierophant, which is, in short, it is creating your spiritual path and listening to those who came before you. Well, I like the Hierophany, which means the manifestation of the sacred. In fact, to me, the Hierophant card is, the nickname is the manifestation of the sacred, okay? So, Six of Cups, I marked the wrong page, but that's okay. We're almost there. Six of Cups. Sometimes the smallest gesture made with no expectation of return can touch the heart in profound ways. An act of kindness is a powerful thing. One small gesture can change a day from bad to good. A series of little gifts given with no expectation of receiving anything in return can snowball into a mountain of joy if people pass them along to others. A good memory held in the heart may give someone strength in the darkness of moments. There is an innocence in a simple act of kindness that is often missing from our lives. The Six of Cups reminds us of the value of giving and receiving little moments of joy. You've probably heard the phrase random acts of kindness. These are those small, unexpected gestures that put a smile on someone's face, like allowing an elderly person to take your seat on the bus or feeding a parking meter so some stranger doesn't get a ticket. Have you been practicing kindness? If not, you might want to try it. Say something nice to everyone you meet for a day, or give an unexpected gift. Just show someone you love them. If someone has been kind to you recently, be sure to pass it along. All right, I'm going to have a little sip of coffee while we listen to that big truck back up. Oh, it stopped. Who knows? Maybe you can't hear any of that stuff. I don't know. I don't know what you can hear. I'll know after I see the video. Okay, Six of Cups, the Hierophant, and your feelings are real and worth exploring. It looks like you are on your spiritual path. You are taking steps towards it. These random acts of kindness are probably just coming naturally for you as you are on your path. Um, this is, I just love the Six of Cups. It's a very sweet, sweet card. It's not always about, well, let me not interject too much into this. Let's just tie it all together. It really does look like you are well on your way, or you are beginning your path. And these random acts of kindness that we're talking about over here are something that you've experienced. Others do this to you. And I think you're naturally doing it with other people now that you're on your path. As far as your romantic feelings are concerned, um, these are romance cards. I do want you to explore those romantic feelings. Um, Again, this is for singles or for couples. I don't think I need to adjust this for singles or for couples. I think you just need to be able to know that you are in a safe place to explore those feelings because they're real and they're worth experiencing. And here we are at the end of this video. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Now give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, do please come back and see me. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy when you're here. It makes this all worthwhile. Although it's fun to do, but it's so much more fun when I'm able to share it with you. Um, do subscribe. Oh, yeah. Last but not least, subscribe. Look for my little face in the video, and you just click on that, and then you subscribed, and that way you can come back anytime and you can see other videos. These videos are timeless, which means that anytime you find them is the right time for you. And I will show you. This is part of what makes this video timeless. I use this when I invoke divine timing, and this is my grandmother's watch. So, thank you. Love you guys. See you next time.